What's up, guys? This is Mr. Dex in for Auto Tech and Accessories. I want to talk a little bit about a 2015 Range Rover Evoque. I think it's the 539 motor. Was having some problem with the four-wheel drive, keep kicking on ever so every now and then. Sometimes when you start and you drive a little bit, you stop, then it goes to take off, the light comes on. Sometimes you make a turn, the light comes on. The light is basically saying two-wheel drive traction disabled or reduced traction. The actual word is reduced traction. So basically what's happening is it goes from, it should be four-wheel all the time, but it kicks into two-wheel once the problems start happening, and it reduces the traction. So it's actually giving it a warning message. So I read up a couple stories about that same issue from the dealer website, and they was basically suggesting that you have to I think there's an update for the module that control the active drive line. That's the way they call it. It's actually the drive shaft, but those are the ones with the active drive line, which is controlled by hydraulic and the electronic control module. So I check on the dealer website, and they were suggesting that you have to replace the oil pump, because I think they said that there's a problem with the oil pump, and also there's an update on the module that you have to also update the module. So I read a couple of stories on YouTube where basically everybody was actually leading to the same conclusion. That's what you had to do. So I decide, well, let me just actually check it out to see, because like I say, every situation is be different. So I wanted to check to verify some stuff before I proceed to the dealership route, because on these vehicle dealership could be very expensive. So what I did was I put the vehicle on the lift, lift it up and to do a inspection of the vehicle. On this vehicle, from the transfer case to the rear differential, you have two hydraulic lines. And what happens from time to time is those lines in them, they leak a little bit. Not that much, but they leak a little bit. And what happened during that leak is the actual fluid in the oil pump, because the oil pump supposed to have fluid in there. The fluid in the oil pump, it drops low, and that's one of the reasons that the light keep kicking on. So basically what I did was I took everything off. There's a fill screw at the top of the oil pump. I open up the screw, fill it up all the way, based on the instructions where they tell you, the amount of fluid is supposed to have inside and all of that. So I fill it up, put everything back together, test drive, and since then it's been perfect. No more light, and everything has been working fine. So again, what I want to say is, a lot of the time you have a problem, and because the manufacturer suggests specific things for repairs, sometimes you have to check. Sometimes you have to go through all these different steps and make sure, because I could have gone by the dealer and then have to pay for oil pump and have to pay for to get the module update, and who knows, because I know people, I hear a story where people went through all of that and still having the same problem. So for me, it was just a matter of topping up the fluid in the oil pump, because you have the front differential, front transfer case, rear differential, and then you also have a above the rear differential there's a box where the oil pump is, and also the oil pump is supposed to have fluid separate from the rear differential. And because the fluid in the oil pump was low, that is what was causing it to trigger the code. So as I say, what I did is I filled the light up, Then I follow the procedure. Once everything is filled to the max, you're supposed to hook up the computer, bleed the system to make sure that there's no air in the system. Because if you have air in the system, because it's a enclosed hydraulic system, if you have air in the system, of course it's not going to function the way it's designed to function. And that's one of the reason why it was having that problem. So that was a good thing. So I just wanted to give those, give you guys who own Range Rover and having this problem before, you spend a lot of money trying to figure out, which some people already did and still having the same problem. This is something worth checking. So I guess you guys should check that out. Try, that, and then if it works, then hey, you guys, I mean, that's great. So again, this is Mr. Dex in for Auto Tech. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. So stay tuned for more updates. If we come across anything else that we feel that you guys need assistance with, or information, or whatever the case may be, stay tuned. Bless.